Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract. Press the Advantage, set in Miami and supplied to us today by Isaiah Wyatt, 2012. So moving on to our briefing. Good evening 47. Today's targets are members of the press and multiple companies need them silenced. They are melting Silicon Valley and multiple companies are being exposed, such as Mitski, Dynasty Global and Aon. They are attending the annual Global Innovation Race. They will likely be in the driver's lounge waiting for the drivers, mainly Sierra Knox, to make an appearance. Our clients want their deaths to look like accidents, so no suspicion is aroused. Good luck, 47. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with 1 objective. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the waiter, and we're going to have a Seeker 1 stored up in the pit locker room, and we'll be bringing with us a lockpick, a Duran fruit, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to immediately stop tending bar and select our Duran fruit. We're going to make our way down the stairs towards the paddock area, and we're going to drop our Duran fruit at the feet of the young lady interviewing one of the drivers on the stairs. We're going to make our way down into the pit locker room, retrieve our Seeker 1, and when we head back upstairs, the young lady, the reporter, should now be making her way up into the bathroom, and the gentleman she was interviewing is making his way downstairs into the bathroom. They usually go in these directions, but sometimes the young lady may go downstairs, which means all you have to do is wait down in the locker room for her. So once she gets into a cubicle, we're just going to give her a nice refreshing cold drink of water before we move on. And we do need her body found, as we will be coming back and reusing this bathroom. So before we leave, we're just going to turn on one of the taps there, and that will get somebody's attention. They will come along and investigate and find the young lady and have her removed. In the meantime, we're going to make our way to the far end of the building, and we're just going to lockpick our way through this door. Now, this isn't strictly necessary, as you will see, but depending on your timing, you might have to go through the locked door. Due to my timing, I'm able to just run straight through the unlocked door, push our next target over the banister, and then make our way straight into the bathroom here. So there are our next 2 targets, one of which will be leaving the press room, and they will make their way into the bathroom here, and they also have the outfit we are going to require for the rest of this contract. So once they make it into the toilet cubicle, we can then get in behind them. We're going to give them a nice refreshing cold drink of water to help them feel a little bit better about themselves. It's always good to hydrate. And then we're going to take their outfit. Now we can leave them there. They're not going to be found, and we're not going to be reusing this particular bathroom. So we're then going to make our way across the corridor into the press room. We're going to use our Seeker 1 to make the young lady, the non-target, sick. We're going to close the doors to the rest of the building so that no one can see what we're up to. When the young lady finally decides that she's going to be very, very ill and she's going to leave the room, we can then crouch down. Go on, dear, off you go. We're going to pull out our silenced pistol, and we're going to put a bullet into the plug on the floor. That will get our target's attention, and he will usually go into panic mode. So we're just going to quickly render him unconscious, drag him over to the water cooler, and then we're going to turn on the electricity on the far end of the wall, and then put a hole in the water cooler. So what used to happen is once you shot the plug, he would not go into panic mode, and he would come over to investigate, and you would be able to just shoot the water cooler. But for some reason, even though you're right at the back of the room, he goes straight into panic mode now for some unknown reason, so you do need to knock him out before he runs away. Luckily enough, he does run straight past you, so it's not very difficult. So moving on to our final target, who is currently just on the phone outside of the race director's office, Mr. Ritter, I believe it is. So we're just going to stop in the corridor a safe distance away, shoot the young lady with our second Seeker 1 bullet or dart, and then we're going to follow her into the toilet cubicle that has been freshly cleaned and vacated from our last visit, and we're going to give this young lady a nice refreshing cold drink of water. And with her demise, we are all done, and all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. The nearest available safe exit, unfortunately, is quite a distance away. If you have a crowbar, you can head for the sewer exit. We don't have a crowbar, so we're going to head for the main event entrance exit. Both are about the same distance away from each other. One is left out of the building and one is right out of the building. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and once we get back out into the streets of Miami, we will get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We met our objective and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.